Good morning, everyone. It is a gorgeous, sunny, snowy day. No snow, no additional snow, but it is certainly gorgeous outside. So I've already gone out to see the girls. I have my coffee. I've already run a couple of reports for work. I have to go downstairs and add water to our furnace. It's a safety mechanism. I just wish that the valve release for adding more water to the furnace was upstairs instead of way the flipping down there. Anyway, that's all right. I'll just throw in a load of laundry. My brain, this is the way my brain works. I'll give you a quick little insight. When I have to do something, whether it's running an errand or something that I have to, a task I have to accomplish in the house, outside, whatever it may be, I mentally run through a little checklist to see if there's anything that I could do either on the way to or on the way back. So if I'm running an errand, like if I want to go get a coffee, I think, well, do I need anything at CVS or Walgreens? So I look through their circulars to see if there's anything I need. Then I check my coupon, see if there's anything that I could, get at a discount. Especially, it's like my favorites. Sale and coupon, it's like a, win-win. And if you can get reward points for it, it's like triple. So I kind of do that same mental checklist when I have something to do around the house. Like I have to run downstairs and when I say run, I don't actually mean I run, because I would never run down the stairs. I have this creep factor about staircases, and our staircase from the main floor, our main living level to the basement is wooden stairs. I don't know how old they are, but they do creak and they kind of wig me out. My foot is longer than the tread of the stairs because I have a size 12 shoe. So there's a little bit of a creepy factor, and the basement is cement. And I've heard way too many horror stories. Oh, look at sunny. Oh my gosh. I just love when it's sunny and snow is out. I like it sunny to begin with. Snow, winter, spring, summer, fall, whatever. I love the sun. It just makes me happy. Anyway, so I've heard too many horror stories about people falling, hitting their heads, breaking their necks, that kind of thing, even breaking their legs. So I'm always slightly creeped out about going to the basement, not nearly as much as I was when we lived in our apartment in Manchester, and the back crickety stairs to go to do laundry at the laundry facility. I literally did not go. Polly did all the laundry while we lived there for 5 years. But now I do. All the laundry gets 99% of the laundry gets done by me. So because I have to go downstairs and fill the furnace with water, I'm going to throw in a load of laundry. And then I think, well, what else can I do? Oh, I could bring down the couple of kitchen gadgets, which I know I don't use on a regular basis, and put them on that shelf that I have that's near the furnace. So, kind of rather than kind of disorganized chaos, I think in advance. And this is the one thing that although very kind and loving and considerate husband is missing in his gene. He never thinks like the 2 steps ahead. It's almost like he's a checkers player and I'm a chess player. So because I learned how to play, maybe in part because I learned how to play chess when I was a child, when I was in the hospital, when I had my tonsils out and it was botched surgery and I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. Anyway, I learned how to swear, play cards, and play chess. So it was a learning experience for me. I was 8 years old. I learned how to swear in Russian, which by now I think I only remember 3. And I'm not going to say them now because I do have Russian viewers. So, yeah, maybe that's the big difference. Polly is spontaneous, which is wonderful. There are certainly applications where spontaneity is key and very welcome. And I really maybe I do kind of overthink things, but I'm more cognitive. Like I think the 2-3 steps ahead. So I'm going to go downstairs, bring my panini press and my old bread maker that's been sitting on the floor that's driving me nuts. And since I have And then I have, what I'm going to do is first throw the blankets that I have to wash from the couch down the stairs, because I never ever carry laundry in front of me. I always throw it down first. Another safety precaution, hoping that it doesn't, it prevents falls. So I'll throw the laundry down, then I'll grab the panini press and the bread maker. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do both, but since I have to go down and swap out wash to dry, I could do that. I can bring one of them down then. And I'll turn the, add the water, throw a load of laundry in, and put those items on the shelf. So I'll feel like I'm accomplishing things. So what I need to do is make a list of things that I need to pick up at Dollar Tree. And I'm going to do this on paper list. I'll still do my to-do list on my blog, and I'll include a link, but I need to grab something with me to make sure that I don't forget. And I know I have a pile of Post-it notes somewhere, but that's okay. I have these little scratch pads. I think they're from my work, because I keep my work stuff on here. Like, I keep, as I'm doing work, I jot down what I need to do. And like that. That's what I did this morning. I know it looks like gibberish, but it makes sense to me. So that's what I'm going to do. I need a couple of things at Dollar Tree. I need to go to the grocery store, which is literally adjoining in the same strip plaza. It's the Big Y. So I'm going to look through the circular. I believe this week they have buy one, get two free. I won't get it unless it's something we truly need. So I'm going to go look through the fridge and see what we need, what we're missing. And I have soup for lunch, which I will show you my soup. I'm sorry, yesterday's picture was really, really drab. For those of you who follow me on Facebook, we were so, it was getting so late, we were so hungry that I took the picture in the living room and it was really dark. So I'll show you my soup. It was really quite tasty. I add hot sauce to mine. Actually, I added a little squeeze of lemon and hot sauce last night. And then we added croutons. I add a few at a time, or I put a crouton in my mouth and then have the soup because I don't like them getting soggy, instead of having a couple of slices of bread. And Paulie likes cracked black pepper in his. So it satisfied both of us. He devoured it, and then for dessert he had cereal. I don't know how many of you your spouses, have cereal as dessert. I find it funny, but that's what he loves, so he enjoyed that. Alright, so I'm going to go do that, and then I'll head off my next report, and then I have to call our helpless desk, because there's a technical issue that needs to be resolved that is stopping processing for a lot of users this morning. So I have a lot on my plate, but I feel like I can get majority of it accomplished. So I'll see you in a few. It is beautiful outside. It's not windy. What's the temperature right now? It is 24, but it doesn't feel like it's colder than that because there's no wind. It's gorgeous. If I could be out there for the next hour taking pictures, I would. Oh, it's 22. Still, it's just beautiful. So I warmed up my soup. That's what it looks like. Full of veggies and turkey meat, and I have my croutons on the side because I don't like them getting soggy. So I'm gonna put one in my mouth and then have some soup. That's the way I do it. Actually, I might cut a couple of pieces of cheese as well, because I kind of like that. It makes lunch all that much more heartier. And there's one more portion left for Paulie for when he gets home. I'm not sure what I'm gonna make tonight. I know I have some ground beef. I don't know if I want to make the mushroom soup tonight. I think I might make it tomorrow. And I have that. I'll show you the hysterics that happen in our house. Paulie he got this giant can of mushrooms again, and I think he said because it was such a great deal. But once I open the mushrooms, I have to use them. Although I should probably check and see if I could freeze canned mushrooms, because then I can put them in individual packets, rather than have the whole I think it's a 4-pound can. But I'll use, probably close to a pound of that for the mushroom soup. And I saute it first. I'm pretty sure I've shown the Hungarian mushroom soup before. If I find the link, I'll include that below. So I'm going to go enjoy my soup while it's nice and hot. Maybe cut a little 2-ounce or 3-ounce piece of cheese and have that alongside of it. Instead of bread, I'm just having croutons. Well, that didn't stand a chance. That was so good. Like, I'm reinvigorated, warmed up from the inside. Not that it was really cold, but, you know, the temps were a little cooler in the house since until I went and added the water. So, yummy. I'm glad there's another full portion for Polly. And I'm wondering, maybe I should make a little turkey salad with the breast meat. It's not like there's a lot, but there's definitely enough for 2. I'm going to take a look and see what we have for produce. If we have enough to make a salad, and then add some turkey as the protein. Turkey and craisins, that would go very nicely together. And I think I have some nuts, maybe some almonds. My pine nuts that I had a bag of went bad because they were in the cabinet instead of in the refrigerator. So take heed. And someone's walking out in front. If you have a big bag of nuts, shelled in particular, I think unshelled nuts stay just a little longer, although they can go rancid as well because there's natural oils in all nuts. Particularly high oil content are like macadamia nuts. You absolutely need to refrigerate them to keep them fresher longer. There's nothing nastier than biting into something, especially if you've prepared it. Like, I did this only once. I made a salad for my mother-in-law. I think a warm spinach salad. Maybe it was just regular spinach salad. And I toasted some pine nuts, but I didn't taste them before serving them, and they had gone. Like, they went south. And you can absolutely definitively tell that they were not fresh. So we had to toss the whole salad and start over. Oh, speaking of my mother-in-law, it's her birthday coming up this month on the 21st. So I'm looking to give her, get her a little something special just for her. Not for the house, not for the rest of the family, just for her. So I have an idea in mind, and so that means I need to make a card because I think I'm going to have the item shipped directly to her house. That's what I'm going to do during lunch today, is research this particular item. So, alright, I'm back to work, and then I could take a break in about 45 minutes, go check on the girls. So 3 brown eggs this morning, 1 completely eaten, so just a shell. So the egg deterrent is not working, so I think I just need to visit the girls more often and intercept the egg eater. And making my list for Dollar Tree, and then I'll look through the circular for Big Y. And once I look through the produce that we have in the fridge, I'll be able to add the produce for our Interproduce, which I have a sneaky suspicion will be closing soon because their shelves, like the non-perishables, are completely empty. So, yeah. Alright, be back in a few. So it looks like NBC News changed their format on their website, making it look more like an app with tiles. I'm not sure whether I like it or not. It's way too busy. There's like a couple of dozen of these giant tiles instead of a smaller, more concise article headline. I don't know. Maybe I'll just take time to get used to this. So, but I did read that the potential nor'easter is going to miss us on Saturday. It'll just be a smaller micro storm on Saturday and maybe a storm on Sunday, which will be a nice relief because if it's freezing rain, everything that's on the road now is just going to freeze over. And I am really having a nice chuckle about all of the Sochi griping that people have been posting on Twitter. Yeah, it's Russia. Did you think that everything was going to be fabulous 5-star? And 5-star there may not mean the same thing as 5-star here. Welcome to the former Soviet Eastern Bloc. I mean, obviously things have changed. And I can't really speak entirely from recent experience. I have not been there since 1979, and when I was a child, and I was in Ukraine, not in Russia, although, you know, 2 birds of a feather. So, it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to the games. I love Olympics. I love Winter Olympics. I love the Summer Olympics. So, oh, you know what? That's what I meant to... Late last night as I was falling asleep, I thought, wouldn't it be fun if you guys had any questions about the Russian language or Russian culture? I could certainly do some translating or answer questions, or if anybody wants to know how to say something, I'll be more than happy to help out. Keep in mind, I was a native speaker up until we left the former Soviet Union, and my only practice of late has been the occasional chat with my mom in Russian, or if my sister and I are out somewhere and we don't want anybody else to understand what we're saying, we speak Russian to each other. Other than that, that's it. My husband knows a small handful of words. Actually, my brother-in-law Eric knows far more words in Russian, but I will be more than happy to at least help with pronunciation, which I have to say I was watching... What was I watching the other day? Access Hollywood, the daytime show. That's my guilty pleasure for a lunch break. And Billy Bush was trying to speak Russian because Kit Hoover had a translator that she was using. Can I just say he botched it? It was awful. Like it was nowhere near. There was no way any native Russian speaker would have understood a single syllable of what he was saying. But that's okay. You know, he gave it a good honest try, and that's all you can expect when someone travels abroad. It's respectful to at least learn a few phrases in the language of the country. Oh, I gotta go. Work. See, work is blinking. So, ask me any questions you want about Russian language, or if you want me to pronounce something, I'll be more than happy to. And I will definitely be keeping an eye out during the games to see how the translations correspond, because sometimes people fudge things. Maybe not nearly as much as the translator, the Mandela translator. That was horrible. So, we'll see. Okay, back to work. There's a squirrel in the backyard trying to find a nut. Let me see if I could zoom in. And it keeps trying to... Ooh, see, it's going to focus on my screen. Sorry about that. Needless to say, over by our fireplace, there's a squirrel that is trying to find a nut or bury a nut. And it's easily 1.5 feet of snow back there, if not more because of the drifts. And it seems to be having a heck of... Oh, it's done. It found what it was looking for. So speaking of finding what you're looking for those of you who have been inviting me to their Facebook groups for crafting, I appreciate it. Unfortunately, I've had to kind of excuse myself or remove myself from a lot of them, because just the other day I went to look at my queue, to my feed, and it was, I think, 9 posts from the same person of the same item, image, for all the groups that they were in, and quite honestly, that irritated the bejesus out of me, so I had to clear that up. So, and I do, I do peek in on a few of the groups, but I can't participate in as many as I get invitations to, and I hope you understand, between a full-time job, family, pets, my own YouTube channel and blog, that keeps me pretty busy. So finding free time to just peruse or participate in multiple, and when I mean multiple, I think I've gotten a dozen just this week, and I appreciate it, and thank you so much for thinking of me. For those of you who manage those groups, I do appreciate it. However, I can't dedicate any time to it. I hope it doesn't sound snotty. There's not enough hours in the day. As it is, I only sleep about 6 hours, and obviously it's my own doing. It's my own choice. It's just the things that I'm involved with is pretty time consuming. So I appreciate the invites, and please know that I may pop in and take a look or say hi, but I can't participate. I can't be as involved as I think I would like to, so that's why I typically decline that. So, I still have not decided what to make for dinner, so it just might be a bunch of leftovers. I actually have to clean out the fridge because over the course of the last couple of weeks, when Polly puts things away, he doesn't put them in the places that they're kind of designated for, so I'm just going to have to, you know, organize it better, and that will also help me go through the produce stuff. I'm almost through all those 8 pounds of carrots. I have just a little bit of carrot left, and actually I think we have coleslaw mix, so maybe I'll shred up another carrot or two and add it to the slaw mix, and we'll have that alongside of whatever it is we have. I know I have turkey meat, so I'll come up with something. Maybe whatever's in the fridge will remind me. I know there's definitely a couple of leftovers that we never got to, like that American chop suey. I will never make another pound of that. A pound of pasta and meat. That was a complete waste. Polly ate it once, never had the leftovers again, and I'm not a big fan of them, so I never ate them either. So, and I find that's wasteful, so I won't do that again. Alright, be back in a few. So we're having leftovers for dinner tonight. I'm going to make turkey salad, but I thought it might be kind of cool to make some mini donuts from this devil food cake mix right there. So I'm going to start mixing and see what the consistency is and see if I could find a squeeze bottle that I could use to fill these up because I want them to stay clean. There's 2 pans, so it makes 24 donuts at a time. I'm sure I'll have to make 2 batches. They could probably bake about, I say 12 to 15 minutes at 350, so I'm going to preheat the oven. Hi, Chester, you came to visit Mommy? Chester. Hi. So I'm going to preheat the oven and grab my mixing bowl. Let's see, the recipe for the cake calls for water, oil, and eggs. I think I'm going to use milk, butter, and 1 less egg, because I want the batter to be a little thicker but more flavorful. I don't want to use oil or the water. So we'll try it, right? So I'm going to mix the liquid first. I have melted stick of butter, milk, and I'm going to add, see it's solidifying, I'm going to add the room temperature eggs and then add the mix. See if I have enough liquid. I might add a little bit more milk. Had I thought in advance, I would have taken the milk out so it was room temperature as well. And that would have prevented some of this little clumpiness. But it's butter. It'll melt quite easily, not a problem. And I added the milk to the butter instead of the eggs to the butter because I would have had scrambled eggs otherwise because it was right out of the microwave. So let's add the mix in and see if we need any more liquid. The liquid that it calls for the cake is 1 1/4 cups of water. So I am 1/4 cup shy and 1 egg short. So we'll see what the mixture looks like. Perfect timing, the alarm just went off that the oven is preheated. The batter is mixed. I like this consistency. It'll be lumpy, that's not a problem. So now to fill those pans. So I have my mix in the squeeze bottle. See, I have lots more left probably for another batch. So now I can squeeze it into each of these and I'll show you what they look like as soon as this one is filled. So that's the first pan. I did about 2 squeezes or 2 turns around. I did cut off the tip of this a little wider because otherwise it was coming out really small. That's okay, I have an extra bottle head, so I'll mark that's for these mini donuts. Now I'll do the other one and pop them in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes, but I will keep an eye on them. While the mini donuts are in the oven, I'm going to make turkey salad. So there's the half a turkey breast. I'm going to cut it into cubes and start adding veggies to it and maybe some dried fruit. Well, there's the first batch out. Let's see. Don't do this with your hands. Oh my god, these are so cute. Oh my gosh. Alright, I have to go get my cooling rack, pull these all out, let the pan cool off, and then I can refill them with the next batch. See, I overfilled just a couple. So less is more, because then you see the donut hole. First batch is out and cooling, second batch is in, and I sprayed the pans because you could see some of them stuck just a little bit, but they're no less delicious. I think I might make an orange glaze for them. Between the lemon zest and the chocolate baking, it smells so good in here. So what's in this bowl is diced up turkey, lemon zest, celery, scallions, a whole bunch of scallions, dill, craisins, and now I'm going to, and salt and black pepper, and now I'm going to add some mayo and then thin it out with lemon juice. And we'll see how much. I'm going to start off with 2 tablespoons. Well, there's the finished turkey salad. I did add a little bit more mayo and the juice of an entire lemon, as well as probably 2 teaspoons of red wine vinegar. I have another batch of donuts in the oven, and I probably have another half a batch left in the squeeze bottle. And that's it. I think I might call it a night. I will take some pictures, so if you want to see those, they'll either be on my blog or on Pinterest or Facebook, whichever you happen to follow. If you follow both, you get double dosage.